Hi everyone, this is Becca, Ryan, and Zach, and we are going to be talking to you today about our marketing research project on Weego. So what is Weego? Have you ever been trying to grab coffee or forgot the key ingredient for dinner? Weego is all about making things easier for everyone, be they a student, mom, or someone who needs a little extra spending money. The goal of Weego is to connect job seekers with those who need help with everyday errands with just a few clicks. Our research will help us answer two questions we face as a technology startup. The main objective of this research is to give Weego a clear view of the best target market and business model to achieve successful launch into the marketplace. We would also like to find out the specific segment of the market that would be the most open to trying our new technology and would become a driving force in increasing our user base. We would like to answer two questions with our research. The first is what characteristics about a person are related to their openness to have someone else do their grocery shopping for them. And the second is what specific group of characteristics make up the profile of a consumer who would be the primary Weego target market. In order to gather background information on the current consumer-to-consumer marketplace and background on possible competitors, our team performed secondary research. The information we found provided a base of knowledge for our team going forward in making our survey. The first important information we found was about TaskRabbit. They are a primary competitor to what we would like to accomplish with Weego. TaskRabbit is like a personal assistant in your pocket. A user who needs a task done can connect with a tasker who, for a premium, will complete the task for the user. They have also partnered with Braintree to keep customer identification and payment information secure. Uber is another company we researched, as it is currently the most popular consumer-to-consumer marketplace. The app allows users to connect with drivers through their mobile device. There is secure payment through the application, and currently it is available in 65 countries. Thirdly, we looked at Corner Store, which is an offshoot of Uber. They will use the drivers that are already on the road to pick up requested items for the users. They are a direct competitor for Weego. Right now, they are currently testing out in Washington, D.C. And lastly, we looked at Amazon Fresh, a branch of Amazon based on delivering fresh produce. In the places that it currently is in, they provide fresh products from local merchants. They're testing right now in Washington and California. Based on our secondary research, as well as intuition and casual observation, we hypothesized that it would be best to focus our product on one single errand and target one specific group of consumers. We believe that focusing on grocery shopping will produce the most demand for our product. We expect to see a target market consisting of women aged 25 to 35 who have an average income of $50,000 per year and who spend an average of 4 hours per week shopping for groceries and other.
In order to develop our survey, we had to consider many factors. Listed here are the important variables and constructs that we needed to inspect further in order to confirm our hypothesis. This was one of the key univariate analysis we performed. The purpose of this analysis was to determine if the respondent would or would not be willing to have someone else do their grocery shopping for them. Respondents were asked to rate their willingness to pay for grocery delivery. The mean of these responses was 2.57, or slightly willing. In order to determine the income level of our respondents, we asked them to rate their gross yearly income level on an interval scale. The mean of these responses was 2.42, or $25,000 to under $50,000. Over a third of our respondents fell into the under $25,000 category. However, another third fell between $50,000 and $125,000. In a college town, we expected to see this difference.
To determine the relationship of marital status and how many hours per week one spends grocery shopping, we ran an ANOVA analysis. Our findings were males who are divorced or single, on average, spent 1 to 2 hours per week grocery shopping, whereas females who are married or divorced spent. We ran an ANOVA analysis to determine the relationship of marital status and one's willingness to pay for grocery delivery. Our results were males who are married or divorced are most willing to pay for a grocery delivery, whereas married females are the most willing to pay for grocery delivery, and that the least willing to pay for both genders were single. Married people, regardless of gender, are more willing to pay for this grocery delivery than single people.
In order to determine whether or not there is a relationship between the amount of free time a person has and their willingness to pay for grocery delivery, we ran a bivariate analysis. The results yielded interesting yet predictable results. With a significance of 0.043 and an inverse relationship, this data shows that people with less free time are more willing to pay. When using a correlation analysis, we found that the likelihood of a respondent being willing to pay for grocery delivery service versus their yearly gross income showed a statistical significance. The Pearson correlation depicted that these variables have a strong relationship with both males at 0.606 and females at 0.531. This means that as the likelihood of someone being willing to pay for grocery delivery increases, so does their yearly gross income. This supports our hypothesis that if people are willing to decipher whether there is a relationship between how many people are in your household under 18 and your willingness to pay for grocery delivery service, we used a correlation analysis. The primary research shows that there is a statistical significance when comparing how many people are under the age of 18 in your house and your willingness to pay for grocery delivery service. As people under the age of 18 in households increases, the amount of people who are willing to pay for grocery delivery service also increases.
To determine the relationship between how much one values an hour of their time and their willingness to pay for a grocery delivery, we ran a bivariate analysis. The results show with significance that people with higher dollar value on their time are more willing to pay for a grocery delivery, with the mean value being $55 and the mean willingness to pay being 2.57 on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being very willing. At the beginning of our project, we hypothesized that professional married women with children under the age of 18 in their household, with less free time than the average person, would be more willing to pay and have their groceries and essential ingredients delivered. After performing first and secondary research, we were able to confirm that our hypothesis was correct. We found that income level, marital status, amount of free time, gross income, and amount of people under the age of 18 in a household were all important variables in a person's willingness to pay to have groceries delivered.
We found that males who are married or divorced and women who are married are the most willing to pay for grocery delivery. We also found a correlation between the amount of free time someone has and their willingness to pay. With an inverse relationship and a significance of 0.043, we came to the predictable conclusion that people with less free time are more willing to pay. We found that as gross income increased, the respondents' willingness to pay increased in both males and females. Also, as people under the age of 18 in households increases, the amount people are willing to pay for grocery delivery service increases. This supports and adds to our initial hypothesis. Target market for Weego should be focused primarily on married people who have children under 18, little free time, and more than average disposable income. Thanks for your time.